Jake Lloyd Bacon, did you hear the gigantic news?
I think I did, Scott Narver.
Andrade's not going to be at Wrestlemania.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were talking about. I don't think anybody from North America is going to be at WrestleMania.
Whoa, were you serious?
Yeah.
Andrade wasn't from Mexico? He was from North America?
God damn it, Scott. This is why the rest of the world hates us.
There's no reason that the rest of the world should hate us. We're all pretty Mexicool.
The grandest payday of them all, today on Pro Wrestling Palskis. Hey, Scott Narver.
Hey, Jake Lloyd Bacon.
Hello to everybody joining us out there in the PWP universe. The P-universe. It is a lovely Sunday evening here, mid-September.
It's lovely there. What makes it so lovely?
I don't know. It's not as hot as it has been. It's the sun shining, even though I block it all out. You can see kind of the lines from the blinds. I should have faced them upwards and you wouldn't see that.
Yeah, because I just assume you're lying.
I'm in like a film noir set right now.
Smoking cigarettes?
Yeah. Of all the podcasts, Scott Narver had to walk into this one.
Yep, sure did. I'm the blonde dame in distress.
You kind of are. You're my pretty little damsel. Speaking of pretty little damsels, we must acknowledge current PWP champ Mickey Bell from Gibraltar. Mickey is our September champion. We'll defend that title first episode of October. Only 3 more chances to have your name thrown into the big end of year championship giveaway. So head on over to patreon.com/PWPalskis, become a patron. Get your chances, buy in, double or nothing, all out, or something.
Bound for glory.
Lockdown.
ROH pay-per-view insert title here.
Number, aren't they just numbers?
No.
Oh no, wasn't it? I thought they all have like a number and then a name.
That's for the guy selling all the DVDs.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So he knows which ones. Yeah, they probably were numbered for a time, but no, everybody's got the goofy names. Everybody's got something.
Listen, we love a goofy name here.
Turmoil on the turnpike.
I mean, do you want to just get right into it? Do we need small talk? There's a lot. I mean, this is generally one of those weeks where we like do something fun that's kind of timeless.
Yeah, and we got fucked over on that this week.
But
because we need that clickbait for everybody to check our podcast too to see what we got to say about it.
Yeah, I wanted to talk all about the Basham brothers today, but Scott was like, "Nope, not on my watch."
No, because the Prince of Saudi doesn't even know who they are, so they're not going to get a huge payday because they're not old enough to get back in the ring. Well, the big news has hit. It was leaked a few days beforehand, and I think many of us were going, "That's not gonna be true, right? Like no, come on. They're getting a secondary one." Nope. As it stands, the pressless press conference announced that
wait. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I didn't watch it. I just saw people's reaction on our Discord. Our Discord was the only way I know any of this stuff at this point. They had
our Discord was certainly fun for it, press? But WWE, yeah, there was no press. No press was invited to this.
So it was less of a conference and more of a web series, a podcast, if you would.
It was a webisode.
Streaming series. Yeah, they went live on IG and called it a press conference.
The first real WrestleMania 43 kickoff show.
Oh my gosh.
A pressless press conference that had comments turned on, and I was like, no, you can't have those on while you're going to make this announcement. And they got shut off during the during the broadcast.
Oh,
But
really? So somebody was like,
people
"Hey,
took tons of video of them.
that's exciting." You know what? That's a win. That's a little joy that I could use this week. I'm gonna go and search that out.
And what was announced was that WrestleMania 43, next year, WrestleMania 42 is happening again in Las Vegas, because if they didn't burn that town badly enough with the main event, they decided to go back. Well, following that, in WrestleMania 43 in 2027 will be in Saudi Arabia. And all to announce that were who were held hostage, including Triple H, Undertaker, Liv Morgan, and many others, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, that looked overjoyed and with beaming light up faces. I mean, Taker was probably fine with it, but
I was gonna say, wait, Taker.
Many were just not delighted, just standing there going, "Yeah, that's right. That's what we're doing."
Really? People were visibly dissatisfied?
Not necessarily dissatisfied. No one looked overjoyed about it that were WWE staff. Triple H acknowledged that this was largely done by Nick Khan, and the much in our Discord and others are finding those to blame, and the comments that were just steadily shooting through WWE's YouTube announcement was, "Sellout, you sold out, you're sellouts, you're all a bunch of sellouts, I miss Vince, bring back Vince, sellouts."
Okay, right, yeah.
Well, because Vince never, in all his WrestleManias, he never did this.
Sure.
He made, I mean, this is a bigger discussion that we'll get into as we go along here. He made other events to take place there. He added to the calendar and went, we're having additional things in Saudi Arabia.
Right. Which,
we're not taking any of the events that you guys like. I mean, King of the Ring eventually kind of came back and was that, but that would always come and go anyway. So that to me wasn't that precious as far as like something that it's like, hey, that's our annual thing that we see every fucking year, and took that away. But this had a lot of backlash, if you will. So, yeah, people were responding, and now, I mean, this just gets into a very large conversation, but right off the bat, so the last WrestleMania that will occur in the U.S. as of now, will be next year in Las Vegas again. And then the year after that, they're going to Saudi.
What are the odds that they stay in Saudi for like a decade?
Oh, that they can't fly out of there?
Yeah.
So then they just have to start making shows.
Again.
It's like Hogan's Heroes, but there's no Hogan to save them.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, I'm not surprised.
I am. I'm totally surprised.
I guess I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed. But I feel like, you know, the if there's anything, I don't know what you want to call it. I know the Triple H era, the TKO era, the Nick
sponsorship
Khan
era,
the sponsorship era, like the dollar is God, and that's all that matters. And I feel like no one's gonna bid more or whatever, however the fuck it works. I mean, also, like, I don't know the inner workings of getting a WrestleMania.
Currently reported a minimum of $100 million.
Okay, and that's what that's what Saudi pays to WWE to bring Mania there.
Yeah,
got it.
That is what's currently known as. It's as small as that.
And what do we have an idea of, like, what a Vegas pays?
I don't offhand. I just know that number. So
I'm
sure,
curious, like,
because
I'm curious
all the
if it's
other,
like double, and it's just like made you an offer you couldn't refuse.
Oh,
kind of
Saudi
thing.
This is a ridiculous amount of money,
right,
compared to everyone else. Because in large part, the other things that happen are, you know, you're renting the spaces, you're renting the arenas, you're renting the stadiums, you're setting up shop in all these spots, and you're having to, you know, the town is there and wanting you to be around, but you still got to throw some money down, and there's money being thrown around everywhere, right?
Right.
But Saudi, I think in large part has to be like, we will host all of these things.
Right.
Probably not renting out the building, probably not renting out all these spaces. It's just offered. And it's set up of like, we'll do all these things here, and you can set up shop and do all your stuff. And I don't know if it'll be the week that it normally is, that WrestleMania is when taking over a town.
Right.
Because that's what it's come to be.
Right.
Whether it's probably minimum 3 days.
Right. Like
because
a long.
If WrestleMania is still potentially 2 mornings for us.
Right.
And two nights for them.
Do you think that you think they pre-tape, because they can't pre-tape Raw, but they're also not going to get back like in time, probably, maybe, I don't know, if it is morning to night, potentially.
Chances are Raw happens. That's what I'm assuming is the other night at a minimum, is like you're doing Raw there because it's too crazy to try and...
I thought you were going Friday night.
You could speculate that Raw will take place with all of the talent that's on the current roster that will then wrestle on Raw because they won't be on the card at WrestleMania.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of things up in the air, a lot of suggestions being made.
A lot of stuff.
So all right. So let's schedule.
Well, first off, just initial reactions to WrestleMania and Saudi.
Yeah, it sucks. I don't like it. It was easier. We talked a lot about this when they started doing the Saudi shows. And I was sort of a, show and Saudi apologist at that point in time, where I was just like, and I still have the same complicated feelings that like, there's no reason why the people of Saudi Arabia don't deserve to have a WrestleMania or to have a Super Show or a Crown Jewel. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, if you got a fan base that love it and want to go and have a great time, like that's awesome.
And the people of Saudi Arabia do not represent the governance of Saudi Arabia.
I'd like to think the same thing goes on here.
Exactly. I think more so now than ever. But yes. And so the gut reaction of just like, fuck the Saudi government. They're corrupt. They're pseudo-fascist regimes. It's not a fair society. It's all of the things.
I'm confused. You have to tell me which wrestling faction or tag team are they, Jake? Because you're just throwing around words that doesn't make sense. Are they the Quebecers? Are they the Wyatt family? Like, what are they, Jake? Come on. Talking wrestling speak to me.
What was the name of the $1 Million Man's? The Corporation? No.
Yeah.
Money Inc.
Yeah. There was a tag team of Money Inc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they're Money Inc.
Okay.
Because it's just like, but Money Inc. with murders. So Money Inc. plus the debut of the Wyatt 6, maybe, where they just murdered a bunch of people. I don't know. It sucks, dude. It sucks. I keep interrupting my own thought process, but when the Saudi shows started, it was easier for me to be like, hey, like, it's a thing. We were like doing the pod at that time. We were still doing heavily review stuff. So I was like, well, I'm going to watch it because we're going to talk about it on the show anyway.
Yeah.
And you don't like it, but it's one of the pills at that point, however many years ago it's been now, that you swallowed to just be a fan of the product and to enjoy this. But I kind of feel like
these pills. I've been inserting them anally.
Oh, see, that's probably why you've lasted longer.
Oh.
But yeah, honestly, let's not. There are suppositories. They're not pills.
Yeah.
But with everything that's happened over the past 2 to 3 years now, like from the start of the Vince stuff, all that stuff becoming public, all these other people, to the fucking politics, to all this other stuff. I'm sorry, Tim Bemis, I apologize. I know you don't like the political conversations, but it's become harder and harder to shove that suppository way up the ass. And I'm at the point now where I'm not going to watch WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. Like, I'm not.
Okay, but will you watch it from your home?
Yeah. What did you think I meant? That's easy for me to say because right now I'm kind of not watching any of it because I've since SummerSlam I haven't watched anything that's not been shared on a social from our personal PW at
Right.
PW Palskis, or that's not in Discord. I haven't watched a single thing since fucking Bummer Slam. And I honestly, I don't find myself getting back to that place anytime soon. And this is like another thing. It's one thing where it's like, all right, we're going to slowly win you back. Sorry, we did a bunch of that shit. And by the way, we're not changing our opinions on it. We're still awful, horrible fucking humans, but we're going to not.
But it's wrestling, so there's a lot of passes.
Yeah, we're going to not show it to you as much, But it's just like, I don't know. I'm just fucking exhausted. I'm fucking exhausted by it. And then the other side of that is the other thing that you were alluding to, not to move on because I want to hear your piece on that. But
yeah,
you're alluding to the fact that because it's in Saudi, it's probably not going to, it's only going to be like big names. They're going to pull out legends. It's going to be one of those typical Saudi shows.
Oh, no, it isn't, Jake.
Okay.
No, it is not. Because those aren't typical. Those have like a main event of something.
Right. Okay.
We'll get into that.
All right. So that's the other reason why I will be less interested because, I want my KOs and my Aleister Blacks, and I'm just not going to get that in Saudi Arabia and Wrestlemania.
My reaction, I was shocked because, you can theorize about this all you want or think that things like this might happen. And there was talk of there could be a second WrestleMania of the year. And I thought that's likely, but not the actual WrestleMania because we've only, from my memory, I should have checked this before I started this, but only 2 WrestleManias have been outside of the US.
Right.
And I believe that's 6 and 18 that took place in Toronto.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think any other WrestleManias have been outside of the US. And people have been clamoring for a long time, like, hey, we'd love one in the UK. And the UK fan base is rabid. And when it was more of an international event, there's for years, like the UK crowd was coming in mass and would be almost the majority. That's not fair. They would be a large stake of the audience. They would be the majority at Raw, but they would be a large portion of the audience when at Mania. And, anytime they get a show in the UK, they would show this rabid fandom of like, bring more shows here. And God damn it, we love a WrestleMania. And it seemed like, well, yeah, that'll happen before the Saudi thing. So until that occurs, like the Saudi one's not going to take place. Like they're going to figure it out. But the main hang up was always the broadcast. If we put it on in the UK, I think that's roughly 8 hours ahead from our time zone. That just fucks up the largely what is a North American product, the North American base for a show, and that they're expecting all their numbers to come from here. And they go, so when's it going to be on here? Oh, that's going to change everything and kind of fuck it up. So that seemed weird. And then when they said it's Saudi's going to have it, it's like, wait a minute. You expect me to have a watch party or to go to someone's house dressed, ready to go and eat bullshit snacks in the morning?
You can't have a Mountain Dew pitch black before 11 a.m. You will die. It'll kill you instantaneously. Yeah. Like all that turned into like, what am I going to get? Fucking breakfast burritos for everybody? And we're going to sit around and eat hash browns? Like, no, that alone, like the shock of what that is as far as an atmosphere, or even if you're just waking up on your own, it's like, it's the morning and I'm going to start watching WrestleMania. Like Super Bowls aren't on in the morning. The Oscars aren't on in the morning. Like none of this shit happens in the morning. Right. That's so fucking weird. And the organization or plans of what everybody's going to do and the excitement, like it doesn't exist in the morning. That's going to be bizarre on its own. And that alone, I was like, I don't like this. There's nothing fun and exciting about that at all. But now that problem would be the same if it did go to the UK, which honestly, I think deserves it more as far as the first. I think we shave off a couple hours at least. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you're right. But yeah, like that sucks. And then obviously on top of that, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like while yes, you always want to go for the major towns that are going to pay you a shit ton of money. And it's like, hey, we're going to this town. And it's like, oh, nobody wants to go to Indianapolis, but okay, they're getting a thing and they're making it a big deal.
And maybe there's a spot where enough people can fly to it and it's fine. Like Philadelphia got WrestleMania. Like, all right, well,
right.
Some people were
birthplace of America. Yeah.
Were born there, and that's I feel bad for them, but that's where they are, and they got a WrestleMania.
Right. Isn't that where Johnny's from?
Poor bastard. He got out. So it's okay.
True. That's fair.
So it doesn't feel like the fan base is rewarded. It doesn't even feel like it's in close proximity at all. That they just the money spoke, and that's why the comments of you sold out, because it feels like I didn't realize this. I've been talking with my brother and Warzeka about this a lot, and Warzeka put it best when he saw like the reaction. He's saying, I think what a lot of people feel is you took our show away from us. You took any opportunity in North America to go see it. Like we can't even go. It's not even an option.
And that, I mean, it is. It's expensive as shit, but it's an option.
It's a very unrealistic option compared to what most other things are. That
fair.
For the 41 years this show's been running,
right?
Like the realistic nature of it's in North America,
right?
I can probably go there and stay in some places and do this, and it's not international travel, and I can bring my wife and she can wear what she wants to wear.
And that's, I mean, Riyadh is a huge, like they've specifically made it a massive tourist city. Like Riyadh is a fine place for anybody to, quote, fine place, but for anybody to travel to. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, but do they have water slides?
Yeah, probably like from the tops of hotels and shit.
Then let's go.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. To me, maybe it's because I'm not going anyway. Like it's for me, I was like, well, if it was in England, I would we feel the same way of like they took our thing from us, because it's like you have all of Europe that can go to this thing, and you have all of these other countries who tend to travel. The diehards do travel to the States. We always see people from all over the world come to the States or Canada in the 2 times, which by the way, you were correct. 2 other times it was in Canada. And I don't know why it can't be the other direction. It's just Saudi fucking Arabia. And even if Riyadh, the very big tourist trap city in Saudi Arabia, is still a perfectly fine tourist trap. It's fucking the Orlando of, whatever, but like it's still Saudi fucking Arabia.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
So,
It's further along anyway. Like the price of the ticket gets farther and farther. And what is probably more comfortable for folks that could figure out, like, I could get by in the UK, language barriers, culture shock, all kinds of things in Saudi, were not to say that people would be ignorant of all things, but they would just go like, I don't fucking know anything about it. Like, I can't go. The price of that is crazy.
Yeah.
And then the tickets for all this stuff too are just, as I think his name's Mark Shapiro, who's on the fucking board of TKO, having his thing where he said Vince priced tickets for these shows for families, and he's just flat out acknowledging like
he said that out loud.
Yeah.
What you're saying is you're no longer priced for families. Like that's an admission of.
No, it went further than that, Jake. That's what I'm trying to let you know is he said, yeah, we're not done raising the prices. Like they're going to keep going higher until people stop or it dips, and it's currently not dipping. So another reason why people then clamored and go like, fucking bring Vince back, because he was courteous to our wallets.
Yeah. Yeah. TKO, could you please not make us long for Vince McMahon? Could you fucking do us that favor?
Side note, Hollywood is ruining wrestling, yet wrestlers are improving Hollywood.
It sounds like you're discuss. It sounds like you're verklempt and you're doing coffee talk.
Never verklempt.
Tim Redbeard in the chat says Tim is not watching, and then he says
he's referring to himself in the third person.
It answered the. That's what he did, yeah. And then he said it answered the question of whether Mania would always just be in Vegas going forward. It's right. I think we did mention that in a previous episode of like, is this just going to be the home of WrestleMania? Because it seems to. Well, yeah, right. I completely forgot we mentioned that. We've got answers.
We do. So all that is just unfortunate, and it's unfortunate for just so many fans that can and do go. And I think another piece of this is the entire wrestling industry that that is the parasite of this
Mania,
event.
Mania week, because it is, they take over a city for a week, and they have all the podcasts and the WrestleFest. Is that what it's called? Or one of those like
it's an arcade game.
What's the one called that usually follows Mania, and that there's always a
You're talking WrestleCon?
WrestleCon, is that one that tends to follow Mania around?
Everything does.
Everything,
every single thing shows up that
Right.
physically can. There's conventions and there's events and there's meet and greets and there's wrestling shows. Like, it's all that shit all shows up to and is ever present. And a lot of people certainly speculate about that. Matt Cardona had been speculating previously to this, going like, should I start an Indie Mania? Should I do some sort of thing like this?
Right.
And now that this was announced, everyone's going, yeah,
Fuck
you
yeah.
should. People are
Honestly,
going to Tony Khan and saying, you should be running a stadium show.
Yeah.
I think is a little drastic and crazy. I think people should be running shows. I don't think anyone should be trying to run a WrestleMania
right.
against a WrestleMania. I think you should be having things like collectively, everyone should go, hey, you know what? We're all going to Chicago. Hey, you know what? We're all going to Austin. Hey, we're all going to some place. We're going to have one person. Ideally, it's Tony Khan because he has the money to have the main attraction for a thing to then have everyone show up and go and hear all the other things available and around to you. So that way people can get theirs.
Or what if the symbiotic relationship between WWE and the WrestleMania parasites just shifts to a different show? Is all of a sudden SummerSlam now the big, because it's in America, so all the stuff that you were expecting to see in fucking March, April is now happening in July, August, or whenever the hell SummerSlam is, because it's like, we're all going to go to wherever that is, because at least it's not fucking Saudi Arabia.
There's something that always exists like that for the bigger shows, but I think
not to the same scale as Mania.
The conditioning of everyone clocks this as this is when I go do a wrestling thing. Like whether people are planning out their family trips or whatever that is, it's like I go then. My boss knows that's when I'm fucking out.
I'm always reminded of my best mate Tony. We were once up near his hometown in the Midwest doing something for a movie ages ago, like a literary festival thing that we got invited to, and his best friend was there visiting, and we like went to a diner on the last day, and we're just doing like, oh well, nice to see you. Like, what are you gonna do for us? And it was the week before Mania in Louisiana. In New Orleans, and he was like, oh yeah, well, I'm heading to New Orleans this upcoming weekend. We're taking a family trip. And I was just like, are you going for Mania? And he looked at me like, I don't know what that fucking means. No, I think we're all perfectly sane people just going to go on a trip. And I was like, yeah, WrestleMania is going to be there, like the big WWE annual event. And like, they take over a city and there's going to be events like, and he was like, oh no, I didn't even know that it was happening. We're just going for a family trip. And like, literally that like Friday or whatever it was when they got there, he just like, I remember him texting me being like, it's everywhere. Like they literally could not enjoy their New Orleans trip because everything is wrestling themed on every place they, and it was just like there were no events, like there were no shows that were happening that weren't wrestling shows.
That's not true.
Well, I mean, like,
I've been
filled with wrestling things, but yeah.
That's not true. There were plenty of things. If culture was involved, wrestling fans weren't there.
Sure. Oh, I see. Well, listen, it's not a huge city, so I think it was just a matter of they canceled the culture in exchange for wrestling.
Again, I went to see one of the greatest live music events with Steve Kaufman that happens every weekend, and it's kind of a speakeasy event, and he knew about it, and I made sure to have another shirt that I can button up, so
people didn't see your Mankind shirt,
whatever, black T-shirt of something on there. So it's like, I fit in. I wanted to go to this. And it was fucking awesome. But yeah, the wrestling fans weren't there. Oh, you could tell. You could easily go, yeah, they're not here.
You could just smell the air.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping the collective can come together and figure that out. I don't know where TNA is in all of that, because that's a potentially weird spot for them to be in when they're
synergetic right now.
They're connected to WWE, but Do they get to host other events in the States along with that? Will they get to do all that other stuff? And how much of their talent are going, yeah, but will you need us? Will you be calling? You wanted Joe Hendry a couple of years ago. Do you want him or whoever it is that's just kind of on standby? Because that's the other tricky part. I'm sure they can have as many surprises as they want because it's not like what it is here when everybody's looking and searching and posting about it.
So I know it's tough because it is far out at this point, pretty significantly, but
totally.
Fucking hate you sometimes. When I think of the more recent Saudi shows, it does seem like we've gotten over the Saudi Prince asking for Macho Man and Andre the Giant of it all. And it seems like, no, it's just another show in the stories that they're telling with their talent. Do we think that this is going, because you kind of make it seem like, oh no, this is just going to be fucking legends and big names, and we're not going to get nobody on the card other than, the top two. We'll get a Cody and that's it kind of thing. But do you think that there's a risk of this just kind of being a train wreck of a booking?
I think this right now, what they're trying to put together, what's being talked about behind the scenes and what is on the table, a year and a half out is the craziest WrestleMania of all time.
That's what they're selling.
I think it's without a doubt where a year and a half and the money that's been thrown around before and the money that's out there now. There's a story about Rock right now that so we'll take him as the first example. The Rock has something involved where if he wrestles on the show, it changes how much money WWE gets. It's a large increase if he wrestles on it.
Got it.
If he's there, it's something else. But if he wrestles, he obviously gets a shit ton of money, and then WWE gets a shit ton more money.
Right. Okay. Well,
so
listen.
He's in a position where this is the most fucked position for him right now. I think he's lost a ton of weight.
Right.
He's been complaining in interviews how he's been typecast as a leading man in action movies.
Right.
And he's trying to break out of that. So he has his Smashing Machine biography coming out about Mark Kerr. And this is Oscar bait. He's trying for the trophies right now. And if that all fails in 6-ish months, and if he doesn't get it and he's not getting major acting work from other directors from this, if it all just kind of shits the bed, guess who's showing up at WrestleMania to wrestle one more time?
Right.
But if it works, if he gets all that, probably not going to do it. And it's going to be difficult because that payday is going to be fucking nuts.
I mean, should we just put our money in right now? Rock Brock. It's going to be the headline.
You think only those two?
No. I meant that's going to be that'll be
Brock will hurt him. He can't get away unscathed. You can't get away unscathed wrestling Brock.
That's a good point. I mean,
it's everybody who can walk is on the table.
Taker will be there. Whether he wrestles, we'll see, but he'll be there.
I guarantee you he's fucking training right now.
He's on the card?
He's training right now. They're talking to him because it's a year and a half out. And from the documentaries and stuff of what he was doing before.
Well, it's got to be more than that.
He would take about a year.
Oh, no. Right. Yeah. Okay.
To train. Right. And they would know at a certain point, what can or can't he do and how's it going to go? He's already been on his fucking awful podcast with his wife talking about with Gunther that if he could have one more match, it'd be with you. And her going with frozen face going, now Mark, don't say that. It's going to be hard. He's like, well, I could make it work, honey. I know I could. You see it in him. You see he's already doing it and the money wasn't there. So he's ready to fucking sign up and do this.
Right.
Everybody. And now we also have, so with the minimum of 3 nights, and I think I was being too low with this.
Yeah. I mean,
so we got to include our Hall of Fame.
Right.
Which is
after SmackDown on Friday, probably.
Or however they do it, because I don't think they need to
it'll be at a reasonable hour for us. That'll be the only thing that'll happen at a reasonable hour for the first time in years.
They could have that in some nice theater where they don't have to worry about selling SmackDown to that because they get to sell tickets to a Hall of Fame
right
to everyone separately, I think.
Right.
And it wouldn't be like what it was here where it's just kind of been dry. But
It'll
now
give them
when
an
you think of
opportunity to
people like Cena,
right.
where they're probably already talking to Cena and going like, I know you're fucking retiring, but hey, what if there was one more match in a year and a half? This is where I think a guy like that will go. Cena will go, I don't want to go into the Hall of Fame as a solo guy and in Saudi Arabia, and it's just too soon.
Right.
But you've introduced this moment thing where you had Hart and Austin in their match going in. You find a moment for me to go into. I'll show up. I'll get paid. That's fine.
Right.
They'll probably extend that shit to no end for the people that go like, I can't wrestle. But I guarantee you fucking Bret Hart's thinking about it. Kurt Angle's thinking about it.
I like the idea that his moment is his match against Taker, the squash match.
Sure.
Like that's good. Like, we'll go back to where it happened. Because didn't it happen in Saudi?
No,
that was Mania. Never mind. It couldn't have been Saudi.
That was a New Orleans Mania.
Right. Sorry. I was thinking. Yeah. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Bret Hart's like, Bret Hart, Kurt Angle.
If there's not a 10-man legendary tag or a 30-man under the bottom rope battle royal,
right,
where they can just slowly just leave because they need to get their medication.
We'll finally get the gimmick battle royal back that we wanted. It's just not going to be the way that they're advertising it.
Yeah, the money on the table for this, I think, is going to just be fucking sick of what's being thrown out there. Everyone, like I said, everyone who can walk is under consideration. Hogan dying, if he just knew about this, he would have held on. He would have held on for dear life. He would have resuscitated himself in his house. I think I don't see any way that when WWE is acknowledging like we're taking this gigantic sum of money to put on this show, what in any way would then make them go, oh yeah, and we're going to put on a card that has all of our top current superstars and interesting main events and angles? Like, no fucking way.
I mean, and did in the pressless conference in the webinar, did they specify that it's going to be 2 nights again? Still? I
don't believe so. That wasn't mentioned yet.
Because like that's what they've done. So why wouldn't they? But I could see, since it is Saudi, and because like you said, they're probably not going to want a night that doesn't have, Sting versus Goldberg or some shit like that. That like it's going to be quote hard for them to fill the cards. And maybe I'm being too kind still, and they're just going to put on shitty matches all night with a bunch of fucking old fuddy-duddies. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're kind of holding their cards close and going, well, let's see how the internet reacts. I think they'll be excited for this. Oh, because I don't know. I don't know how. This is another side thing. This fucks up the Regal deal that they've been doing. So
with William Regal,
yeah.
What was it? What money was he making?
His son's a journalist.
That must be Steve Regal you're thinking of.
Regal Entertainment Cinemas. They've been doing what AEW had in place for a while, where they're showing the events.
Yeah.
Well, now it'll probably be worth it because you're going to be having that minimum $30 price tag on pay-per-views. But Regal Cinemas show it, and they're all over the country, so you could go and have the experience of like, oh, I'm watching a show on a big screen and it's fun. You get snacks and shit. But from the little conversion I did, WrestleMania will be starting before Regal Cinemas is open for the day. I don't see any fucking teenagers showing up before 10 a.m. and unlocking the doors and going, all right, wrestling fans, come on in. You can have hot dogs and popcorn. That's it. We're not doing nachos right now.
It's 8 a.m. Yeah.
Like it's that thing is fucked up about it.
Like all of the additional commerce, like the additional sort of tack on stuff.
Yeah.
That you don't really think about. Yeah.
Just the collective fan base and fandom, because having been to the UK for while a Rumble was going on, it wasn't there, but that Mickey Bell talks about in our Discord of they're staying up till 2, 3 in the morning to watch whatever show it is at a pub, at a friend's place or something. And you'd know this night's going to wreck me. Like I'm just going to be kind of fucked up the next day because they still got to get home or whatever else. And we're going to have some semblance of that, but in the opposite way where it was in the morning and it was the whole day. And now it's at night and I've ignored my family all day long. I mean, how many with people with kids like to say, I'm gone in the morning,
right?
Into the early afternoon. Oof.
That's another thing, not about us watching it here to the west or east, depending on where you start. But in Saudi, all of these shows that they have had, which have been big, huge spectacles, even when they're not the Mania, like,
totally.
They've still been predicated on like the family tickets because that place still sells out. And despite the royals, if I can use that word, of Saudi, the people of Saudi are not a giantly wealthy nation either. Not much different from the U.S.
But you said they had water slides.
Yeah, well, only on the top of those really expensive skyscrapers.
Oh shit!
Are the Mania ticket prices? Because those always scale even in America. We talked about is that going to price out even the people that tend to fill those arenas currently for the Saudi shows?
That's a great question.
Because you can rely on, let's say, Vegas, right?
Yep.
That you're pricing up these things so that a lot of Americans who might want to go to Mania are going to be like, oh, fuck it, I'll go to Roadblock next month or whatever because Mania is too expensive. But because it's Mania, the people who are dropping coin that are coming from Europe, that are coming from other continents, will claim that. They'll be like, fuck it, we're spending a whole lot of money. We're taking a big Mania trip. It's a big deal. If there isn't going to be as much in the other direction to Saudi as far as international attendees,
don't think there will be.
Do
those comments?
Do those ticket prices have to drop to accommodate so that they can sell out and have the biggest record everything?
I certainly can't put any reasonability behind all things TKO, which includes WWE. I'm not excluding them from any of this. My guess would be this, is that you're making anything that's on the floor or close to the floor astronomical. And I'm sure they have all kinds of fucking data and intel that knows like, yes, there is a fan base that has X amount of money. It's not just the Royals that we're going to be giving seats to, but there are fans that do have money and they'll spend that, but then it'll stop like around this area. And then after that, they'll have to, if they have their crazy card in place, they can probably still try and gouge it and tell everybody a year and a half out, like, save your money. Right. You're going to need it. But I would think, again, not knowing anything about their fucking economy there, that they would have to have the upper decks and stuff. Like anybody can show up that can buy it because they would sooner want it just to be full.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
And then just milk it for everything else. All the VIP meet and greets, all the WWE things that they'll have in place. You want to go to the Hall of Fame. You want to go to Raw and SmackDown. You want to go to this NXT show.
Worlds Collide or whatever the fuck
to the Superstore.
Yeah. Right.
All that kind of shit. Maybe that's where they're a little bit reasonable on it because they're also thinking we'll make up that revenue everywhere else. Because this is also going to be under ESPN. Like this is ESPN in a way is going, we like this. We're cool with this too.
Didn't they build some brick and mortar Hall of Fame, not Hall of Fame, but like a museum or something in Saudi for WWE?
I don't know about this.
Yeah, I remember them advertising it years ago where it's like the WWE experience or something like that, where it's like, it's sort of
Undertaker's crematorium.
100%, but they literally have like urns and Undertaker coats. And I think it's like what we would want of like a physical brick and mortar Hall of Fame. That
like a Hogan's Beak Shop.
His beak shop?
Yeah.
Like for his nose? Like
just a bunch of bird related. He's got the gobbledygooker there. He hunted it.
What was I just watching where they pay in beaks?
They pay in beaks.
Oh, have you seen Miracle Workers? TV show Miracle Workers?
I started watching it once. I just never followed through. And every season it's a different era.
Yeah, we just watched the fourth one. The fourth one is like Mad Max Fallout post-apocalyptic thing.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Buscemi is just so fucking good in that. I mean, they all are. Everybody's great. But yeah, in that show, the currency is beaks. Anyway, sorry, get distracted. I'm like a squirrel. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. All I know is that I'm bummed. I don't like any of this.
The money of the
yeah.
And
no, actually,
buildings.
I was talking about the brick and mortar stuff. Yeah. Like the there's a building there, so they can include that in part of whatever their Wrestlemania plans are. But like, is that like a big get where it's like, oh, if we go to Saudi, at least we can go to that thing they opened that we can see a Undertaker coat.
I'm not on the pulse of all this stuff, but I have
like,
yet
what's the
to
incentive? That's what I was asking.
know or hear about fans outside of Saudi that went, yeah, we went.
Right.
We're from Liverpool. We're from Georgia. We're from wherever. And they went, yeah, we decided to go to a Saudi show.
Right. Well, I mean, like,
I don't know that. And we've had some dream matches in those shows.
I mean, I feel like it's not going to be it's not going to be the countries to the east. You're not going to get like Yemen, probably, or Iraq.
Oh, because they don't have Cricket Wireless and they won't get those fucking cool seats.
Well, no, I just feel like those are the countries with like the strictest regimes and that don't really have a lot of international travel. But they'll probably get stuff from Africa, from Egypt. Like that's probably going to be where the closest. Because if you think about like if it's in the UK. You're going to get people from, the Southern Ireland. You're going to get people from France. You're going to get people from Italy. Like, I feel like the closer nations are going to be the more likely to travel because you could do it. You could take a train, that kind of stuff.
But like I said, I don't know if they have previous to this.
It's such a huge tourist town. Like, I feel like they do. Like, people travel from all over to Riyadh specifically.
It seems like WWE would have put those people on camera at some point and say, doing the like, hey, where did you come from to come to the show? Right. Down the street. It doesn't have that because in previous times, whenever that's the case, whenever it is an international thing, they love to do that. Of course, why wouldn't you? Right? Like you traveled from all this way to be here, or they get the Cricket Wireless people, or hey, you think there's going to be some U.S. military people that have some reserved seats for them?
Right. Oh yeah.
That kind of stuff. It's just never there. It's all about the citizens of Saudi and they're there and they're present at the show. And I bet Triple H fucking called up his doctor and went, so
how bad is my
heart?
Took
a break for a while. It's fine now, right?
All right. I don't know if we talked about this. I was trying to find what I was referring to, and I was right. It's called the WWE Experience.
Okay.
In Riyadh's Boulevard City. You can go watch a video of it. But in searching for that, I wrote WWE building in Saudi because I didn't know what it was called. And the first thing that comes up was just from this past week. WWE opens up office in Riyadh.
So
they open up.
They've got Michael Scott and Dwight Schrute, and they've got Pam Beasley.
WWE has recently opened up an office in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. WWE operations manager in Riyadh, it was Ruwaida Al-Duhaish, wrote on her LinkedIn that she's thrilled to see a new office come to life and is proud to have contributed to turning this vision into reality. It's more than just a workplace, she says. This office marks a key step in strengthening our presence in the MENA region, MENA, bring us closer to our partners, she said.
MENA region?
Yeah, it's a MENA region. Yeah. I think it's Middle Eastern Nations Alliance.
Can you look up at that office if she says if they have casual Fridays or not?
Yeah, there's a press conference. What kind of press do you really get there?
The WWE's one, you don't get no press.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So do you want to go through some people and think like to what extent will they turn it all down?
Okay, yeah. Like
will they be at the will they get a Hall of Fame thing? Will they show up?
We're doing like Mythbusters. We're doing like busted, plausible, or confirmed or whatever the fuck it is.
Sure.
Like, all right, go ahead, start.
The Dudley Boys.
Plausible, but are they big enough?
I mean, they were
Does the Saudi
Attitude Era
Prince
guys.
Yeah. No,
They
you're
were-
right. Yeah, you know what? I think plausible, very plausible.
Oh, another side. I guess this leads it right into what we're doing. I think totally plausible as well for those guys, even though they're saying like they're going to have their last match in TNA. It's like, yeah. In TNA till this fucking thing popped up. What were we talking about a couple of weeks ago, Jake? Whose contract is coming up? Who probably caught wind of some of this, what was being talked about here, and is more open to WWE than seemingly was ever in the past?
Oh, I don't remember.
Fucking prime
Carrying
pickings for this. Chris Jericho,
right? Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah,
There
I mean,
is-
but he'll probably already be in the company by that point. But that just means he's definitely will be yeah.
Yeah, but he could be playing it real sneakily. Like if he's going, oh, I need a little time first. I'm gonna go do things for a couple of months. Yeah, we're gonna miss this WrestleMania.
Get
I
in
know.
shape.
I think there's another one coming up after that, and I'll be okay.
Right.
Or it's his second Mania and whatever. Like it's still the payday for him would be fucking sick because he'll only have wrestled X amount of times before that, right? So
Right.
he's for sure. He is for sure gonna be there.
He's gonna be. He'll be 56.
$1 million richer. I believe it's been talked about that Cope's contract is coming
Confirmed.
to a close.
100% confirmed. 100% confirmed. Not even plausible. Confirmed. Check it off right now. It's happening.
I don't know about Christian, but I'm sure he'd also be going like, how the fuck do I
I
get
mean,
out of here?
Maybe that's the match. Edge and Christian versus the Dudleys.
But the Hardys are with TNA, so it's all right
Well,
there, right?
listen,
Like
don't have to-
how
yeah.
old and beat up do you have to be before they go, hey, we got to do one final TLC. You got to do it in Saudi. Oh God.
It's gonna be the first TLWC match. Tables, ladders, and wheelchairs.
Yeah. I think they're all in the running for that. I think that's all.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mark Henry.
Yeah. Plausible. I always feel like with I don't know what his health is like, but I always feel like with bigger guys they have a hard time longer, and I'm always just worried that like
I think
he's
all,
like I'm not
all
fucking doing
big
that
wrestlers
shit.
are like Saint Bernards.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're all like big dogs don't live as long, and I feel like yeah. But plausible. Again, it's interesting that you're pulling out these names, and my brain is going, yeah, not big enough for the Saudi Prince, but.
Yeah, but if
No,
they
you're
haven't been around or doing anything in
Right.
forever, if it is a battle royal, if it is a multi-man tag, if it
Right.
is, everybody's
Gonna
in
bring
a
back-
fucking
Gonna
faction.
bring back the entirety of the Nation of Domination in one night, except
Yeah.
for D'Lo.
Yeah, sorry, D'Lo. If I were Saudi Prince, I'd hire you right. away.
You would be the only one I'd ask.
What?
Yep,
Not
that would be
Kama?
it. It would be honestly. I mean, period. It wouldn't even be a wrestling show. It would just be an evening with D'Lo Brown.
You would not even Ron Simmons? Damn. APA, Ron Simmons and Bradshaw.
Yeah, 100% confirm that shit. I could see that being like. Again, you mentioned something about like, oh, if Rock wrestles, there's a lot more money. Now, not everybody's going to get the Rock deal,
No,
but I do think
He's a
that
significant.
but I do think that there's a lot of these people I could see being there, maybe not wrestling, but that doesn't mean not getting physical. I could 100% see them redoing like something like they did with Heath Slater, where it's like, here's a bunch of legends, and then here's a young guy who they're all there to beat up, and he's just there to take finishers.
Right. New Hall of Fame inductee, Michelle McCool.
Yeah, she'll be there, but nobody will care. Kind of like Undertaker's
One guy
podcast.
will.
Right.
Because if he's going to be on the card,
What
she's
about
gonna
the
be on
guy-
card. Is Undertaker going to wrestle?
100%. And also, what about the guy that Undertaker apparently like kicked off of his podcast? Whatever that guy was. Does he think he's going to be there?
No, the WWE kicked him off his podcast.
Oh, is that really what happened? I don't know the whole story. All I know is that there's like some online drama about it because it was like, oh, it was replaced by Michelle McCool.
Yeah, it was a
convenient.
thing where, and this is the sad part because he acknowledges it too. This guy, I'm going to look up his name because it's not fair. I feel bad for the guy because I kind of wanted this position for a show or two of people. Undertaker co-host name, because he acknowledged like no one knows who I am, and I know that, and that's fine. Like I know Undertaker. Like we do a show, it's cool. Matt Lyda, and it was Taker coming up to him one day after it's been very successful, and they turned it into a very successful product. That the WWE wants the show, and they don't want you on it anymore. They want his wife. So he broke the news to him, and he's like, "I saw this day coming. I get it.
Right.
I totally get it. It sounds like
that's not as much. That's not as much drama as all the clickbait headlines of things I had no interest in reading made it seem.
He seems like a cooler dude about it.
Right.
I think it's bullshit that Taker didn't stand up for it and go, no, he's going to be on it too.
Yeah, I'm not surprised anymore. I used to think Taker was all about like respect and doing the right thing, and now I think he's just a fucking coward like the rest of them.
Yeah, like you and your wife, one of you can do this and get paid fine. The guy who built this show and is doing it and probably putting everything together, and like, no, he needs to be on it still. Right. He needs to get paid. And if he's not, then you need to pay him regardless for sitting out and having your frozen-faced wife be on the show.
Right.
So yeah, yes, I totally agree. Taker's for sure.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
He's trying his damnedest to wrestle, and then they're figuring out, do they release a documentary about it or not?
Wait, hang on. We are going to see the debut of the Arabian Badass. It's going to come out.
And Kid Rock
with
will
a
be there.
Saudi flag. Oh my God. Kid Rock 100%
will be there
confirmed.
shooting Bud Lights.
Confirmed. Yeah, 100%.
Will Kane wrestle for this? I don't know as far as how long he's in office for, or when elections come up again, if that's thing or not. But like, will Kane he showed a picture recently. He's ahead of the curve of everybody. He's in tremendously good shape right now.
I'm trying to see, is he still, I don't think he's still in office.
Oh, I thought he was. I think
that's, it was, because that was in 2018, I know is when he, and I guess I don't know how long.
Andrea, is Kane still running your town?
Yeah, I don't.
Is he still running Knox County, Tennessee? Check his Twitter.
Political career.
Does he say former?
Jacob is actively involved in libertarian politics. Yeah, also known as fucking right wing. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see anything at a glance. I don't feel like reading this all out loud. It's a lot of stuff. But anyways,
Kane is plausible.
Yeah, 100% plausible. I don't know that they're going to want to retread. I feel like he's
on the short list for moments as well.
Right.
So like,
they want him to come out. They want the music. They want him to do the corner pyro. You know, whether or not it leads to something or there's a match there. But,
guaranteed, like, hey, we need you out here for the VIP meet and greets, like whatever the equivalent is now. I think it's called The World, but previously it was Access when they would do the fan events and all that. Like, Kane's on that list for that. It's like, bring your fucking fruit roll-up mask, and just, you got to be here. We'll pay you, but something. Let's see here. Goldberg. The recently retired Goldberg, who feels pretty pissed off about the production end of things.
Yeah, I think Goldberg is plausible because I don't know that he would turn down money, but I also think, God, who'd have thought that, like, just diehard WWF teenage Jake who fucking hated Goldberg and all things WCW would say, like, I think Goldberg has the most integrity out of most of these people nowadays. And I kind of think that maybe he's the kind of guy who's gonna be like, no, I don't fucking need that. Like I could see him
saying before with some of these WCW guys, like there's a lot of them that are pretty stand up and good dudes that didn't fuck things up later.
Yeah. I think that he's plausible because I also feel like you said, if they back up a fucking trunk of money, I guess the only thing is that they did it once, right? So I think you're less likely, the people who already took the Saudi money once and went and did it, especially if they had a bad match, are probably less likely to just hit the rewind button on that. And
he did it a few times.
Yeah.
I would think I agree with you on the integrity where it's like, no, as far as matches go, I did it.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
Like I ended with the guy I want to end with and did all that and had all my friends show up.
And it was a
He
great,
knows
it
he
was a
won't
good
get that
match.
again.
It was a good match, all things considered. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's, look, if you find something else for me, the meet and greets, whatever, he will show up for that.
Right.
He will totally take that payday. Kevin Nash.
I think no. I don't think he will.
I think so too. I think he would be one that goes,
No,
nope.
good. Yeah.
I'm
I
good.
mean,
That's why he doesn't work there full time amongst the rest of the clique members.
I think he's got a stronger moral compass where he doesn't want to go to Saudi and do this to begin with, just from a political and moral standpoint. But I also think he's just like,
and he knows they won't have a seat for him.
He 100%. But he's also just that guy that he's just like, I could see Triple H calling him being like, oh, fucking, yeah, this much money. Like, or like the scene where like they slide a piece of paper across the table and it's got like a number on it. I could see like, you know, Nash looking at it and just laughing and then like sliding it back or sending it back with just like a drawing of a middle finger.
Add 2 more zeros to it.
Yeah. I doubt that unless they do some sort of like, we're going to do the NWO without Hogan or, you know, or like they did at that one Mania. And Hall. Okay, never mind. He's not going to be there. I forgot they're all
We're going to have a Diesel experience.
It's called the NW. Nobody's alive anymore.
Let's see. Who else is not immediately under contract? What about Diamond Dallas Page?
No, I don't think he's a big enough deal for them to spend the money on it personally.
Okay.
Unless he was there because, you know, they're doing a special about how Lex Luger is walking all around Riyadh and it's like a Riyadh puff piece. It's like, he's also walking because of DDP.
No, that sounds positive and they won't do that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant.
If they get something in the mix of a battle royal, DDP will totally wrestle in it.
Okay.
I think he'd be willing to go and participate in whatever way they'd have him.
Yeah, him and Rodman.
Yeah. It was him and Carl Malone.
Carl Malone, I'm sorry. Shit. Right.
Kurt Angle.
Yeah, plausible. Definitely plausible. I don't know that I would hit the confirm button on it, but he also seems like the sort of guy who I don't know that he's got the same brand of integrity that I would think Goldberg does, but he's kind of a goober, which is like, maybe you could just convince him to come do it because he's such a goober, but also he's older and he's just like, he just seems like, no, I'm good. Like he seems like, nah, like he would say no, but in a different way than Goldberg. Goldberg would be like, no, I'm not fucking doing that. And he'll be like, no, it's okay.
I think Kurt would probably acknowledge like, I can't wrestle.
Right.
I can't physically, like, I just can't.
Right.
And he would want to in every way he could, but he's gone past his limit so much and his neck is so fucked that he's like, look,
right.
I know you want me to be in that TLC match, but I'll die.
Right.
But I think he'd certainly be open to other things.
Right.
He would show up for Saudi Mania.
I mean, if they were smart in any capacity, because they've been doing these guest hosts, it would be co-hosted by Austin and Angle.
Right.
And they would just do a bunch of their dumb antics together. And that would be like, great. We paid
filled
you to
with
come
American
over here.
references.
Yeah.
Mick Foley.
No, I don't think he's going. I think that after the like, hey, I think I have one more match, and then nope, doctor, and everything went no bueno. I don't think so. I don't even think he'll go do like an appearance-y thing. I think he's also maybe just like morally like, it's cool, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm a happy guy.
I think he'd be a strong advocate for whatever the US equivalent is. Right. That he'd be like, I'm doing that.
Right.
That's where I'll be.
Yeah, he'll be at, Indie Mania with Zack Ryder.
Yeah. See, we'll just do a couple more. Do you think John Cena will wrestle again?
I don't. Here's the thing.
Saudi WrestleMania.
I don't, because I think that he won't be enticed by the paycheck the way that I think others will be. I think he's already sitting pretty in a way. And I think that he's not only is he sitting pretty and not in the way that I'm sure Rock is also sitting pretty, but Rock has a bigger ego than John does about the appearance. And it's like you said earlier, if fucking, Hollywood doesn't come calling after a punching machine or whatever the fuck it is, like smashing machine, then I could see Rock still being like, well, I need to do something because no one's calling. Whereas I think John's got a decent career ahead of him. I don't think he's going to end up being like, the biggest movie star of all time, but he's good for quite a few years. John got what Rock wanted.
Right. John is the cornerstone of the entire DC universe. Everything's being built around him.
Right.
And Rock tried that once and fucking no go. And Gunn's like, yeah, let's build it all around him. We got it. Ultimate Warrior.
You know what? Plausible.
Dana Warrior just shows up.
Yeah. Or no, it'll just be like it'll be like Elias in the paint. It'll be like somebody who's just like, yeah, it's some big but muscular dude. Throw some paint on him, have him go run around, and then they're like, oh my God, they said the spirit of the warrior will live forever and run forever. He did. Look, he's in that guy. Wait a minute. Listen, WWE has yet to embrace a technology that we thought was really going to take over years ago. Once we got that Tupac hologram, I thought, oh man, WWE's going to come on this. What if we start getting some holograms?
Well, no, I think he's still under contract with AEW.
Oh, Tupac?
Do you even get...
No, is there somebody named Hologram? I don't
know.
Yeah.
These are wrestling jokes for wrestling folks.
I tried to yes and you, but I didn't understand your premise.
I'll go with two more because we get to be doing this speculation forever, but we'll go with two more big ones. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Plausible, for sure.
I think he'll be 62.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to wrestle. Don't think so? I think after the KO match and the fucking debacle of the stun, I think he might throw a stunner, but I don't think he's going to have a match. I don't think he's going to go bell to bell kind of match, unless it's like a big multi-man tag thing where all he has to do is take a hot tag and hit a stunner, but I could see it being like a mystery partner kind of thing where it's like, oh, who's, and then, well, not mystery.
Yeah, but getting in the ring and wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
that's, I categorize that as like
sure.
I think it's very
plausible.
It's very likely. I don't know his politics overall. He's kind of a mystery when it comes to that stuff.
I think he's like socially liberal, but he's not like a hard line kind of person. Like he's not drawing lines in the sand. Like, a lot of people are like, but I know he is a surprisingly liberal person based on some opinions and views he's had.
Last one. And I'm not joking here. Vince McMahon.
Plausible. I mean, very plausible. Do you think, God, this is one of those things where I'm just like, it's like all those family dramas about families who have businesses where I just like to imagine that that's the real behind the scenes where it's like, no, Triple H doesn't want Vince to come back. He loves him and he's his father-in-law and he wants to put him on a pedestal, but also secretly he's like, don't you ever step back. This is my company. And there's like this, Shakespearean drama unfolding behind the scenes. Right. And so, but at the end of the day, if, Prince Saudi says like, Vince will be there, right? Triple H go, yeah, Vince will be there. So I don't know. Okay, but can I go ahead? Please answer your question.
I was going to say, I think it's very possible that we're reaching this point where, the allegations are there. I don't know how investigations are currently going or this and that. Like he hasn't been pardoned or anything yet by his buddy. There's just kind of a lot that's still just looming, and they clearly went forward with Brock. Their legal department had, said whatever. Where it's like, yeah, we're in the clear. It's fine. And while there'll be many bad feelings, if there's nothing concrete as far as like what courts would decide or say, whether just higher ups eventually go like, then fuck it. Some people will be upset for a little while, but overall, like, what has this company had just we've had tons of controversies. We've had tons of controversial people that work for us, and we've invited most of them back at some point or another.
Yeah, I think if anything, TKO would be the ones who'd be like, no, we don't want fucking Vince to be a background. And I don't think it has anything to do with the fucking issues and the allegations and all the other stuff, the lawsuit, because I think honestly,
it just looks weird.
I think it just looks weird. And it's also
he looks weird.
Oh, yeah.
What is it, dude? All your looks are horrible.
When I said it, that's what I was referring to.
Wait, no, he looks more like Gomez Adams than it.
He's getting a spinoff. Fred Armisen is getting a Gomez spinoff. No, I'm sorry, that's not Gomez. He's Fester. Never mind. But that's what's still happening, regardless.
I think the one thing that would be probably the most fitting if you're going to do it anywhere, anytime, any place, like just go for it and do it. Induct Vince McMahon into the Hall of Fame at the Saudi WrestleMania.
Oh, 100%. I could definitely see them doing that. Yeah.
Where it's like, you started this mess. Here you go, buddy. Like,
that's the place to do it.
We'll honor you, and guarantee he gets cheered there too. There's no booing.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Vince there.
They're not as plugged in. They don't give a fuck. Their government doesn't allow them to get the internet. Yeah.
And then digitally, they can go in later and make all the faces white. So then Vince can look at it and go like, the American audience loved me.
Yeah.
I think that one is like,
plausible.
Now will they pay him a bunch of money? No.
No, but they would need to.
Yeah.
He'll come back for nothing. He just wants to be a part of it.
Yeah. So yeah, we could speculate on this all day. I think in the long run, like for me, it sucks. I agree with
it's terrible.
The overall like feel of it. It just this truly feels like amongst the Cena heel turn that didn't turn out well, but then acknowledged on air that it sucked, but we know who decided on it ultimately, that it was Triple H. It's like that was bad booking and it wasn't good.
Right.
The Travis Scott shitty WrestleMania main event match that like tarnished that whole thing. We've had these major moments, and then the announcement of WrestleMania being in Saudi.
Right.
This could all be a very pivotal point of, not saying like WWE goes away and it fall under and all this, but when did they start to go downhill? When did people start checking out? When did ticket prices started dropping? And this was the downfall, all the sponsorships. I think this is that moment. I think this is probably a moment where we'll all be looking back and going like, yeah, they fucked up here. They just went after the dollar and did not care about their audience.
It's the proverbial straw, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
It's the straw that broke the camel clutch's back.
That camel clutch had a big old raging boner.
Sushi Pants is real cute behind you. There's like this beautiful like rim light silhouette on her fur. She's so regal. And
she's all happy. She
loves Saudi Arabia.
She wanted to go inside, so she clawed me out at the door. And then what she does is like she unloads and loads up. She runs to the bathroom, does her thing, and then like eats a bunch of food, drinks some water, and then demands to be let right back out. And then she lets me know, like, I got back out.
I got a refill. Right.
I got all this stuff. Know? I'm back. And I'm purring.
She got her oil changed.
Yeah, you happy?
I got a little Campfire Jones under the desk right now. There a couple days ago, something spooked him. I think because the apartment next door is empty, and so they've been doing some work, like renovation stuff. And I think they were pounding on the wall or something like that. In any case, he was spooked, and he kind of came up here, and he never hangs out up here with me. He's always downstairs with Alexandra. And so I just put his dog bed underneath the desk here in front of me. And ever since I did that, now every day he's just in the dog bed. 'Cause he's like, oh, I like it up here. It's like I got a little cave, but I have my bed. I got Dad here. He drops a lot of crumbs because he's a messy piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
And now he just sort of enjoys his time under the desk. But he's just sleeping. He's just a sleepy guy. Tim Redbear in the chat says I think Triple H just read The Art of the Deal.
How can I lose money?
Yeah.
In the long run, how can I bankrupt something?
I mean, at some point we talked in our show, I think you had mentioned, I don't know if it was like speculation or if there was a report that triggered the conversation, but we talked about at some point, like does TKO just go like, oh yeah, we're in Triple H, we're gonna oust Triple H, and we're gonna put somebody else in that position as well, because they have the power to do that. One would assume, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe there's something contractually that says they can't, but I can't imagine they'd make the deal if they couldn't.
Yeah, at some point that they have some negotiation or something where they go, now we have the option to shit can you.
And, you know, there's a good possibility that if this is the straw that broke the camel clutch, then there's your scapegoat for what went wrong. Meaning TKO's scapegoat. If they could just be like, well, listen, you know, we're going to turn the company around. You know, we have to fix it because of what Triple H did over the past couple of years. And they can be like, well, it wasn't TKO. We weren't the one jacking the prices. We weren't the one, you know, making deals for billions of dollars that are detrimental to our audience and our fans and everything. Yeah.
Everyone's going to throw everyone else under the bus. And that's why I was saying earlier, it was interesting to see who fans just kind of overall were blaming.
Right.
Where they're like, oh, fucking Triple H did this. No, don't blame him. It's Nick Khan. No, don't blame him. It's the board of directors. No, don't blame him. It's like, no, it's everybody.
Yeah, I feel like I wish that I could go back to when I had respect for these people.
For Nick Khan?
Ignorance is bliss. I mean, for everybody.
Ignorance is Alexa Bliss.
Ignorance is Alexa Bliss. There's a t-shirt. Alrighty.
That's a quick cease and desist. Hey, fuck you.
No. For WWE, like, how has that not been somebody who's fighting Alexa Bliss in a program? Just say like, well, you know what they say? Like, you're an idiot. You know what they say? Ignorance is Alexa Bliss. And then like, I can see like Bailey wearing that t-shirt that says ignorance is Alexa Bliss. All right.
So Tim Redbeard's out for WrestleMania. You're probably out for WrestleMania.
I mean, I might be out for WrestleMania this year. I still haven't, nothing has really piqued my interest. I'm excited that AJ's back, but I'm not, still haven't watched anything. I still have not watched a single thing since SummerSlam. And I didn't finish SummerSlam. So, you know.
They're not on the pulse of their fandom. They're not, seemingly they're not trying to do anything to win him back in any way.
And the irony is, if I'm any sign of what, I mean, I don't consider myself a casual wrestling fan. For Christ's sakes, I've been doing a wrestling podcast with you for fucking 7 years now. But like, you know,
but it feels like 13.
I don't consider myself a casual wrestling fan, and I am detached from it because they have lost the pulse of what I want and what I'm interested in. And therefore, like, I've lost the pulse of what they're doing. And I can't be the only one. Like, I might be a smaller percentage of the pie of the greater wrestling fandom, but I can't be the only one who just hasn't been plugged in because of everything that's happened. And this just being another fucking nail in a potential coffin, and not like a fun one. Yeah. Like the one he made for Kamala, like just like a shitty coffin where wrestling fandom fucking rests and dies.
Like one that Darby Allin kind of fell out of before he was supposed to.
Yeah. I was at like a Ross or one of those sorts of places where it's just like a garage sale that they have a sign outside.
Yeah. Jim Ross.
Yeah. Jim Ross, Dress for Less.
Yeah.
Some great t-shirts. We're coming up with some great t-shirts.
Wear some shorts.
And there was like they had a little Darby Allin toy that was like $2. And I walked
that's
by,
a steal.
And I thought, I was like, oh, I should get that for the end of the year giveaway. We could throw that in the fucking giveaway.
Could have.
Listen, next time I'll start. As the holidays get closer and we have less money to spend on things, that's when I'll be like, oh yeah, we got to start getting stuff for this big giveaway box. All right, we should go.
There was an exceptionally funny thing said as one of the final thoughts of all this. Like, I'm certainly interested in the car wreck that this will be and wanting to follow all things of this story, because that is the wrestling fandom part that's not going to go away. Where it's like, hey, we're gonna do this. All right, I'll be watching as the flames rise. But someone made a really funny comment saying it on social media. Man, this is going to be the worst wrestling gear for women at WrestleMania fucking ever.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it makes them think outside the box. You got to enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I get it, and I get that that's like the easy low hanging fruit because that's what we've seen, but it's also like the least of our fucking problems at this point.
Oh, it was amongst a series
I
of so many fun and funny things of observations. But we'd love to hear all of yours. What are your thoughts, listeners, on this? 747-666-5606. We have a hotline in which you can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's always open. You can leave a message up to 3 minutes. This is huge news. This is gigantic. Are you someone that hasn't been to a Mania yet and we're thinking like maybe you would, or you try and go every so often? And what does this mean to you? Is there any part of this that's exciting, or is it all negative? Are we just sticks in the mud when it comes to things in Saudi? Because I just want to go on the fucking water slides? Let us know. Call us 747-666-5606.
That'll do it for the program this week. Once again, we must acknowledge Mickey Bell, current PWP champ. If you would like to challenge Mickey for that, not an actual strap, then you got to become a patron over at patreon.com/PWPalskis. Best way to support the show. And there's a whole bunch of bonus stuff over there for you. We've got hours and hours and hours of shows and videos and all sorts of fun material over on the Patreon. Scott, we have to thank our current Patreon Palskis.
Yes, thank you all for helping support this show, so that way someday we can present it live from Saudi Arabia. Thank you, Adrian Avina, Alex Pierce, Alice Rader, Andrea Beeler, Gilbert Short, Mass Lama, the current PWP champ, Michael Beltran, Suicide, Tim Redbeard, Tom Hader, and Tony Griggs.
New Zealand. That's where I want our international show to come from. I feel like
they
never broadcast anything from New Zealand. Let's go to Wellington, New Zealand, and do a special PWP international.
Their fucking spiders would take our head off, man.
I mean, I don't think it's as bad as Australia. I think there's not that bad spiders in New Zealand.
Isn't it crazy though that New Zealand isn't having any wrestling something and it's called Lord of the Rings?
There has to have been a wrestling show, like a pay-per-view from some company called the Lord of the Ring, period, right? Like it has to have. If not, someone's missing out.
All those jocks aren't watching nerd shit like that.
All right, jockey nerd shit. That'll do it. Thanks to those who joined us live. Tim and Chad, I see you there. Thank you. He says, awesome show, guys. That was very kind. Thanks everybody who listens. We appreciate you. We hope you had fun. It's always a blast hanging out with you, the Pro Wrestling Palskis.
It's Dragon Wagon.